Okay, you guys have made it very clear that almost every country has credit cards, but you're still not answering my question. I want to learn more about other countries' credit system or credit score, credit worthiness score, because that seems to be where the main difference is country to country. At the beginning of my last video, I was talking about credit cards and credit card debt kind of as a pair, because most of the time in America, they kind of go together. I looked it up, so I have some stats for you. 80% of Americans have credit cards, almost 25% of Americans have multiple credit cards, and then 50% of Americans, so not even from that 80% pool, have credit card debt. I think every single person that I know that is old enough to get a credit card has a credit card. But that's like the system that we are in, because credit cards are such a huge foundation of our credit score, and it's one of the easiest ways to build credit. Otherwise, we would have to take out a loan, like an auto loan or student loans or something like that, a mortgage. I can't buy a house right now. Even paying your home bills like Wi-Fi, utilities, rent, most of the time, those do not contribute to your credit score. Those payments for me do not contribute to my credit score. So a credit card is a very accessible way to start building your credit in America. Our credit scores range from 300 to 850, and then there are buckets within that range that say very bad, bad, fair, good, or very good. This is my credit score. And there are so many different factors that affect it. Length of credit is a huge one, so that's why I opened a credit card at 18. I couldn't buy a car at 18, but I could open a credit card. Credit utilization is huge, so I saw a lot of comments saying if you're not gonna use your credit card or you don't want to use your credit card, why don't you just close the account? And that's because it would drive my utilization up. I still have credit cards that I'm going to use for groceries, gas, fixed expenses, other categories that I've practiced having more control over. But if I were to close my other credit card that I was talking about retiring, then my credit limit would get cut, and therefore what I'm utilizing on my other credit cards would be a higher percentage of my limit, and I don't want that. Number of accounts, so you don't want too many credit cards, but you also want maybe more than one, because it can prove that you are able to juggle multiple lines of credit. And then the obvious one, like, don't miss any payments. But it seems like other countries have such a more straightforward credit system. I saw that some countries have two options for a credit score, 0 and 1. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You're either good or you're bad. You're trusted or you're not trusted. And then I was talking to somebody, I think they were from Sweden, basically saying that you're innocent until proven guilty in the credit system, which is so opposite for Americans. When you open your first line of credit, you are given a credit score based on some random credit scoring model. It's not 850, the highest credit score. It's not 300, but it's somewhere random in the middle that you have to work your way up from. So you're basically already starting in the hole, which doesn't seem very fair. But yes, it's also interesting to me, and I just can't believe that something that is such an important foundation of the credit system in America is not normalized at all in other countries.